Right then, we are on. And I was thinking to myself, is it Thursday because no one's in the chat? It was really weird. I was just looking at the chat about a minute ago. No one's in there. Normally there's someone in there. Is it Thursday? I'm right in thinking it's right. I'm going to have a double check. It's 1st of November. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Thursday. It is, yeah. Thursday. Why? Where is everyone? No one's in the chat. What the hell? There's normally someone in there. Anyway, I suppose we'll just have to wait till someone pops in the chat. I'm sure they'll come in a sec. I do want to say, though, today... well, actually, I'm going to end up repeating myself as well if I say this now. But I did want to say I'm going to only be on very briefly today. I'm in the middle of a listing challenge. And, yeah, I need to get on with that, basically. Here we go. We've got a couple of people popping in. We've got Josh popping in, Joshua James, I think that is. We've got Death by Glamour, we've got Profits from Home, we've got George. I was literally just saying, where is everyone? Like, normally there's a few people in the chat, and yeah, anyway, a few people are popping in there. And it's not like I'm early or anything, you know, I'm late by my standards. It's 12:51. Anyway, there's a few people here now. So I was just saying, I'm doing a listing challenge today, so this is only going to be a brief episode of Thursday Talks. It's not going to be a full hour, because as I say, I want to get on with the listing challenge. I'm not doing that well at it at the moment anyway. I've done plenty of pictures, but I've not really done much listing, so I really do need to crack on with that. So that'd be pretty cool. Ads in pants. What's that in reference to? What do you mean pants? Ads in pants. Why? No. Oh, you're not talking about my new jacket anyway. I will flash this little jacket anyway. I'll just put that down. There we go. I've got my new jacket here. It is actually from another reseller. They sent it me. It's from Carla, which I really do like it. Actually, it's really, really nice. It's got these nice buttons on. It's got 3 buttons on, which you don't normally get 3 buttons on. You only get 2, don't you, on these? And it's a really nice fabric. It says, it's from M&S, and it says Italian fabric. I'll just put this back up again so you can see my face. Is that okay? We're still on the green screen there, yeah? So, yeah, it's like this Italian fabric, but it feels like corduroy or something like that. It doesn't feel... It just says Italian fabric, so I don't know, but it feels like this kind of corduroy. But it is very nice. It's very comfortable, actually. I wasn't expecting it to be this comfortable, but it's like... It just really, you know, you feel good in it. You feel good wearing it. It's that sort of material, you know. I don't know about you guys, but some materials I kind of find... You know, when you're wearing them, you don't feel as good in them. And then other materials, you feel very empowered and you just feel more comfortable in them as well. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think maybe others feel like that as well. But anyway, be a brief stream. Yeah, I know, okay. I will try and keep it brief, but you know what I'm like. We've got Tap Peddler in there. It's very weird, we've hardly got anyone in the chat. Normally there's a lot more than this. Normally, when I first start, I can't even keep up with it. But today, there's hardly anyone in there. It's really weird. Zahir's in the chat, hi there. And yeah, it doesn't look like there's any questions or anything. We don't get a pre-notification. Oh, well, you should have done, because I know what's different this week. You know what I did? I set up the event at 20 to 1, I think. Now, I'd normally set up the event an hour in advance. So that's why people aren't getting the notification. That's why. What live streaming device you using, ads? I tested a live stream and it was very choppy with crappy FPS. Why is it? Is it bad? Is the stream bad? Not happy about you streaming out earlier than advertised, ads. I always stream earlier than advertised. Why is the Marcus? Is the stream like really choppy? Is my stream really choppy as well? Or do you just mean that, you know, that my stream's good and you want to know what software I'm using? Because well, basically I just use OBS and then just go through the live control room, I think it is, on YouTube. No, mate, yours is fine. Okay, cool. How's everybody's Halloween? Well, this is the funny thing. I didn't go out. I went downstairs at about 9-10 o'clock to, you know, ask my mum and dad, has there been anyone come round for trick-or-treating? And they said, no, there's been no one. We had a bowl of sweets out ready, but apparently, well, this is what my dad told me that he heard on the radio a few days ago, that over the last 2 or 3 years, like the kids have been made aware in the schools by the teachers or whatever that if there's no pumpkin outside the house, they're not meant to go up to the house. You know, obviously in respect or whatever for the people if they're not doing it. Now, we didn't have a pumpkin. We've not had a pumpkin since I was, I don't know, 15, 16, something like that must have been the last time. So, obviously, year by year, it's dwindled and dwindled, and not as many people have come to the house. But I was really shocked. So, obviously, there must be something to do with that the kids aren't meant to come round if there's no pumpkin. But I was like, damn it, we should have got a pumpkin, because I was up for answering the door and everything. You know, I'm all about that. It's fine. You know, I know there's these people who take it to extremes and stuff. I'm not that far. You know, I don't take it to an extreme, but I'm quite happy to answer the door. And if you know, I put a little mask on or whatever, that's fair enough, because, you know, it's like those childhood memories that you can never get back. You know, they're kind of priceless, those kind of things. So, yeah, I mean, I'm all about that, but just no one came round, because obviously we didn't have a pumpkin, so that was a bit annoying. But my mum and dad probably ate the sweets, and I stole a couple of, I would say stole, I grabbed a couple of sweets from downstairs. But yeah, yeah, it was just annoying, that, because obviously we bought the sweets and everything, thinking, yeah, there's going to be some kids, and there just wasn't. You know, I mean, there was plenty of kids going down the street and stuff, but, well, that's what my mum and dad said. I mean, I had a glance out, I saw a couple of people, but my mum and dad said there was plenty of people going, you know, here, there, and everywhere down the street, but, yeah, no one came to ours. But, I mean, our house is, like, pretty dark and stuff, like, at night time, there's no lights up or anything like that. Even at Christmas, like, my dad doesn't even put hardly any lights up or anything now. So it's, like, always quite dark, our house. But yeah, it was a bit of a shame, that. We normally do trick or treat, but was not in the mood at all. Are your girls about that age then still, Z? I thought they were a little bit older. I thought, like, is it Zara? I thought she's like 17 or something now. But anyway, I don't know. But I mean, I can't talk. I was trick-or-treating when I was like 20, 19 or 20. It was like crazy. But one of the best times was when I was 18. And everyone went out. Like, there was the older ones go out later on, and then the younger ones go out earlier on. Everyone was going out. I dressed up as Doctor Who with my fez on, because it was that kind of Matt Smith era, I suppose. No, it would have been just after the Matt Smith era, but anyway, I dressed up. I had the fez on, because I had my bow tie and stuff, and I looked really good. And I remember the trick-or-treating when we went out. 2 girls stole my fez. And then what happened a few weeks later, I was trying to get it back, you see. I didn't really know these girls. I was familiar with them, you know, I'd seen them around, maybe said hi once or twice, but I didn't really know where they lived or anything like that. So I went through one of my friends, because he knew where they lived, and he said, oh, I'll get it back for you or whatever, and then it ended up being months down the road. He had got it back, but he had never given it me back, and then I don't know how it happened, but I didn't ever get the blooming fez back, so I'm assuming he just kept it for himself or something. But then, actually, I'll just go around here and grab it. But then, because as you can see, I have got a fez, but then I was talking to Caroline from Celtic Traders, 18 months ago or something, and I was saying about the story of my fez going missing, or that I did used to have a fez, and for my 22nd birthday, she sent me a fez, and not only is it a fez, I don't know how authentic it is, but it looks very, very authentic inside. I mean, can you see that? It's got all the Arabic writing or something on, so it looks like quite an old one. My original fez was just like a party one, you know, like a party hat one for like a few quid. So I'm very, very happy with this one, and I really do like it, I have to say. I really like I like the fezzes. I don't know why. I don't know whether they actually suit me that well, but I really do like them. They are quite nice. Anyway, it's meant to be a shorter stream, and I've not even got any reselling chat done yet, so we're going to have some reselling chat. I'm wondering if the person I'm doing my listing challenge with is going to pop in. I bet you she'll probably try and make me stay on for ages if I do. By the way, it's Mel from Sparrow's End, if you don't know. I don't know. If you follow on Instagram, then you'll know, but if you don't, then you won't know. So, where are we in the chat? We've got a couple more people joining us. We've got Andy Robinson. I employed a couple of clothing haul YouTubers to stand outside our house. No kids came within a mile. Clothing haul YouTubers. Oh, right. Is that mean? You know what I'm like? I'm really slow on the uptake. But is that meaning like clothing haul YouTubers are really boring or something? I don't know. I'm really not good at these. You know, this satirical comedy or whatever you'd call it. I don't even know. Ads creeping out his neighbours since 2010. Say a little bit before then, but anyway. True ads with the pumpkin rule. I took my kids out last night and we used that rule. It must be a new... Because obviously the last 3 years I've not been trick-or-treating. So that's a new rule since I've been. So, you know. Ads. Hi, ads. Why? What? No hat. I never wear... I don't wear a hat. Do I wear a hat that much on Thursday Talks? I don't know. I can always get one anyway. There we go. I'll get this hat. I'm not going to wear the fez again. It's a bit... Well, I could do, but I just like this hat. It's very comfortable, this hat. No, but I wonder, I don't think I've been on Thursday Talks with a hat for a few weeks now, so... I mean, I used to come on here every week. I used to do... When, in the beginning, what I'd tried to do is every video I'd have a new hat on until I had exhausted my supplies of hats. But now I don't really do that. Although, saying that, that leads me on to something that is reselling related. There's going to be a vintage hat haul coming on the channel in the next few days. I don't know when. I've already recorded it. I've already edited it. Obviously, I just need to upload it. So I don't know what day I'm going to do. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Saturday, something like that. But yeah, there's going to be a vintage hat haul. I got some hats from the auction. So that'd be quite cool because I was really happy to get those hats. So I was like, oh... You know, like, a day or two before the auction, I was like, oh, I really want to win them, and I don't know whether I'm going to win them and all the rest of it. Anyway, I did bid up a little bit more than I should have done. I bid up about £5 more than I should have done, but I managed to grab them in the end. So anyway, I won't say any more about that. You can obviously see all that in the video, but that reminded me with the hat thing. So yeah, anyway, we'll just go down the chat. If you've got any questions, please do drop them in. I'll be on for a little bit longer yet, so... yeah, if you got any more questions. Ads quote of the day already. If you follow her, you know. If you don't, you won't know. What? That's not even a quote. That's just me saying words. For God's sake. I've got some great quotes. Do you want to hear some great quotes? I write down quotes every day. I want to write a book of all original quotes, you see. And I'd have like 1,000 quotes in the book. Because, you know, if I do something, I like to be very prolific at it. I don't like to do... That's why I want to get to 1,000 videos on this channel, because I'm not the kind of guy that goes for quality. I'm the kind of guy that goes for quantity. Probably why I've got so many listings on eBay and stuff, you know? Well, I've not got that many, but, you know, 1,000 is a fair whack. So I've got one here. Why does it take some 30 years to see what others can see in 5 minutes? That's a good one. Dancing gives you the ability to spontaneously let go of control. No one can steal these as well. These are mine. Oh, this is a good one. If you imagine a world of infinite possibility, then you realize you are living in it. There's nothing left to stop you doing the impossible. That's a nice one. I kind of like I suppose I take a little bit of inspiration from like children's writers and stuff, you know, like Dr. Zeus and the rest of it. Not necessarily with the rhyming. I mean, I do a few quotes that rhyme, but more just with the positivity in the quotes. There are a lot of quotes that I've done that are they're pretty dark, actually. Well, actually, see if I can find one. I don't want to tell you some of them, because some of them are really dark. Oh, this is pretty cool. Intelligence and progression give us the audacity to place ourselves above our ancestors. That's a nice quote. And then I put another one. This is just a jokey one. Since when was 21 better than 56? I.e., you know, telling people that age doesn't necessarily matter. But yeah. Anyway, so there's a few of my quotes. I do love quotes, but I just like the thing about, I always think about a good quote is a quote that you don't understand until one moment, one realization in your life. You know, whatever age you are, whatever path you've gone down, you'll have a moment of realization where you think of a quote that you've maybe heard hundreds of times before, but it's only in that one moment that you truly realize what that person was trying to say with that quote. That's how I think of doing quotes. So don't like try. When I'm writing a quote, I don't try. I just let the words and thoughts come to me and just amalgamate something that might be of some use to someone in 100 or 200 years in their life that they're living. That's kind of how I think of it. It's the same with motivational speakers and stuff. A lot of the words that they're saying now will positively impact people in 200 years in a part of their life, because of all the recordings and stuff. And they might not have intentionally tried to do that, but that's what ends up happening. It's kind of like all these different things, motivational speaking, quotes, the rest of it. It all impacts people's lives at a certain moment in which they need it to impact their lives the most. And that's what I've had so many times. I've had this realization, oh, that's what that quote means, Like, I didn't know what, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I didn't fully understand that quote until a month or so ago, when, I don't know what it was that made me understand that, but I think it was something to do with crypto. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was something to do with crypto. And, yeah, essentially you can lead, I think maybe I was trying to get someone involved with crypto. I think it was one of my friends, like Daniel Rye or someone, and then obviously I was leading them to it, but you can't make them drink. So then I realised, I think it was something to, I'm not 100% sure, but I know I had this vast realisation, oh, that's what it means. Because quotes need context. You can't just say, oh, this is what it means. You need to actually live it. When you live it, I mean, yeah, you can kind of understand what it means in a theoretical way, but when you live it, you have this, like, realisation where your mind opens up completely and you think, oh, yeah, now I get it, Anyway, I'll leave that there. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Oh, God, I don't know what that one means. Now, I did actually type that into Google, maybe not the other day, but a few weeks ago, I think, but I've forgotten what that means. I don't know. My quote that I stick by is, to find peace and understanding, you must first walk through the fire from which you run. That is a very good one. That is a very, very good one. And again, it needs context. Like, to someone else, that they may think in their own mind a slightly different thing about what that actually means, Or they might apply it to something like the word fire in that quote might be different for one person than it is to another, So it's, yeah, that's what I love about quotes. It's just, they can be applied to everyone, but in a slightly different way. And as I say, when you realise it, when you actually fully understand that quote, because in one way you've actually lived through that quote, or lived by that quote, you then really start to understand it, and you're like, whoa, yeah, that's cool. Anyway, let me go up. Oh, Indie Chicks in their question. Have you ever thought about going to... oh, God, it's not going to be a very reselling one, this one, is it? Have you ever thought about going on to the TV programme The Apprentice? No, I haven't, because I do not... Well, I don't want to say I do not respect the people who go on there, but it's just, I don't want to live that way. I don't want to be cutthroat like that. I don't want to... I feel you're battling yourself, Whereas in that programme, it seems like they're all contested against each other in a really quite brutal way, and we're all like, oh no, we've got to do it this way, and we're all trying to get to be the leader, and it's funny because then the leader ends up getting fired anyway because they do it wrong. So actually what they should be thinking about is not being the leader, but being like a right-hand person who doesn't take as much flack from the leader, and then maybe in the last task they start being the leader, and then they shine as a leader, and then they get hired. That's what. But they always want to. They're like, oh God, I've got to be the leader. I've got to be the leader because that'll put me in good books. But no, lay low for the first 9 episodes or whatever. The last episode, I mean, show a little bit of enthusiasm and show your side to you, obviously. But just like, don't be the leader. Don't be the leader, because they get shot down. Then on the last task, plan it so that you're going to be a strong leader, your teammates, and then win it. It's like, I mean, right there, you've probably just known I've completely conflicted myself, because I've said, oh, I don't want to do that, but here's how to do it. Here's how I would do it. You see, I just like, I don't like doing things. I don't like doing things. I don't like this is brilliant, isn't it? I don't like doing things, but I like knowing how things are done, and then I don't need to do them, because if I know how it's done, then what's the point of me doing it? You know, I just like for example, I want to learn theoretically how to do plumbing, right? I'd love to learn theoretically how to do plumbing, but I don't want to do plumbing. I just want to know how it's done, because then I can feel some sort of superiority over not only myself, but over, you know, the other people in the world, because then I can think, well, I'm one up in terms of intelligence. I know it sounds terrible, but, and that's, you know what that is coming out? That's the kind of, the part of my personality where bad lies in quite a bit, you know, kind of takes me over. I really do feel I have this kind of dual personality. I don't know if it's a disorder, but dual personality thing, because sometimes like this dark side takes over me, and then sometimes this light side takes over me, and then sometimes there's just nothing that takes over me. It's just like this weird sense of contentment that's just always remaining in one state, if you kind of know what I mean. I don't know. I just say words, don't I? I just say words. It's funny. It's funny. Just made that one up on the spot. Lol. Just made that one up on the spot. Did I? Oh, you did, George. The early bird catches the worm, but the earlier eagle eats the bird. That's brilliant. Oh my god. If at first you don't succeed, give up. Oh my god. No, that's terrible, that is. Oh god. Ads. Oh, wait. Sorry. Oh, also, Lil and Alf are in the chat. I want to apologise because in the past, I've always called you Lil and Alf. And then I heard Carla say it on her stream. You were on her stream about 2 weeks ago, and she said, oh, Lil and Alf are here. And then I was like, oh my god, I've been saying it wrong all this time. But so sorry, I apologise for saying Landalf or whatever. But you know what I'm like with names, I'm terrible. But yeah, ads, knowing how to do something is nothing like actually doing it. Yeah, I suppose so, but at least I'd know how. Like, if I needed to do it, I'd know how to do it. But if I didn't need to do it, then I wouldn't have to do it. Oh, this is getting confusing now. If I know how to do it, but oh, wait a sec. Oh, it's just a cold caller. I keep getting this same number. Call me. Anyway, no, if I know how to do it, then I don't need to do it. Like, I can already do it theoretically. I suppose, I don't know. I mean, you run into problems, don't you, when you do things. Like, it's all well and good saying that, you know how to list an item on eBay, but, or maybe you have a certain way of listing an item on eBay, you know a certain way. There's other ways to do it, there's like, different things like Turbo Lister, or is that still going? I don't know, but Turbo Lister and all these different listing softwares that you can use to speed it up. And I did a video yesterday on the listing templates, so you can do the listing templates and stuff. So even when you know how to do something, I suppose, unless you were to get so in depth into a subject that you can theoretically learn how to do something, all the pitfalls that will occur, then how to correct all the pitfalls that will occur, and then how to do it in the other ways that an experienced plumber would know how to do it based on their experience, but you could learn all that theoretically, then you wouldn't need to do it. But it would actually be probably easier just to practically do it. But generally, I don't take the easy way out. I do it the hard way. I like doing everything the hard way. I've always had this thing inside me, like, I'm going to do things the hard way because I want to progress. I want to get somewhere. Oh, also, it reminds me, what was I going to say? Plans for the 150th episode. We're just getting onto that. I've just mentioned about progression and all the rest of it. I am doing, and I will officially announce that here now. I did put a little teaser out on Instagram kind of thing, just a little photo, but I am going to officially announce it here. I am doing, or I should say I have done and recorded and edited and done the music video and everything. I've done a Thursday Talks 150th special song. So all the people who loved the song, the eBay song, there will be another one. I'm also in the process of doing a few other little, maybe a comedy short and maybe another song or maybe something of that description for, not Thursday Talks, for Christmas. So I am going to be doing a few different things over the next couple of months, so you can look forward to that. Thursday Talks 150th, I believe, is on the 7th of December, I think. I'll just have a look. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. No, it's the 6th of December. So Thursday Talks 150th will be on the 6th of December. And I will be putting the song out, I think, on the Wednesday. So I'll probably do that on the 5th. And then leading up to Christmas, as I say, I've got another couple of projects in the works that I will be doing. I might actually put one of them out before the Thursday Talks song, and then one after it. But yeah, I'm really happy with the stuff I've done so far. It is kind of the stuff I do, as a lot of you guys watching this right now will be aware, even probably a lot of the people who watch it in the rerun of this or the recorded version of this will be aware of as well. My stuff isn't meant to be taken seriously. It's meant to be a joke. It's meant to be just like, it's meant to be, I said this actually to Mel the other day, it's meant to be 1990s Chuckle Brothers album. If you haven't listened to the 1990s Chuckle Brothers album, go and listen to it. It's like kooky, it's weird, it's, I wouldn't say it's necessarily really cringy, but it's maybe a little bit cringy or whatever at certain points in certain songs. And that's kind of what I'm going for, I suppose, with these songs. A little bit jokey, a little bit weird, a little bit, maybe a slight bit of cringe in there as well. And the rest of it, that's kind of, it's like, it's really bad, but it's good at the same time. You know, you can't help but listen kind of thing. So that's what I'm kind of going for. So just to give you an idea of what to expect. I'm sure you all will know that anyway, you'll know what to expect, but just in case there is anyone new watching and we don't know about the comedy shorts or anything, always challenge yourself, ads. I know, well that, oh, actually, I'll take this up, one sec. Right, I'll show you this. I'm moving all over the place today, aren't I? I don't know, it's everyone's reminding me of things. Anyway, I don't know if you can see this. Pillars of Life. I wrote that, look, it's laminated. Can't destroy that now, you know, they're the pillars of life forever for me, because it's laminated. Anyway, pillars of life. 1, be mindful. 2, be kind. 3, be disciplined, and I hope I've spelt that right. 4, be forever learning. 5, be free. And what do I mean by be free? Because all the others are pretty self-explanatory. Oh, that rhymed. What I mean by be free is, I mean, you know how people sometimes say don't take life too seriously? I mean, in certain moments, you know, every day, try and be mindful of the fact that you shouldn't always take life too seriously. So you could actually say you could use these in conjunction with each other. So, you know, you're being mindful every day, so that obviously means, you know, you're cleaning up after yourself, you know, cleaning up after the messes you make or whatever. You're being mindful that, you know, even just something quite basic like you're being mindful that you're putting the right address label on the parcel at the time you're doing your parcels. Or you're just living in the moment, essentially. Being kind, you know, again, fairly self-explanatory. Being disciplined, I'm going to try my very best to get up a little bit earlier because I've been a bit slacking recently. And just don't, here's a good thing, don't procrastinate, that's something I need to do. And then be forever learning, that doesn't mean like 24/7 I'm sat at my desk trying to learn things, but you know, with a little bit of lenience, be forever learning, maybe try and get into reading some more books, because I don't read books, so I need to maybe do that a little bit more, and just generally learning new things, like, you know, like I learned how to do the green screen, I learned how to, you know, do more advanced editing on my channel, or do more advanced song editing, or whatever it may be, all these different things, maybe learn how to use a better camera, so then I can do like, you know, I don't know, better quality vlogs or something like that. And then, yeah, as I mentioned, be free. So they're my pillars of life. It's taken me about 5 months to get to this point now of feeling that they are somewhat in the region of how I want to live. So yeah, essentially that's pretty cool because they're going to give me a bit more direction and they're basic. They're not major challenges, they're just basic things that you can do every day. And that's what it's about. If you can tick off the list of doing basic things every day and living by them every single day, then you're going to get somewhere, aren't you? So, anyway, so that's that. I'll just put that up there again. Well, actually, I'll leave it here because it's going to take me too long to... Oh, what? Oh, God, I nearly shut down the stream then. Oh, anyway. It's Ad Secret Admirer. Who's that? Who's Ad Secret Admirer? Peter, quote, Ads quote, I just say words. I know, well, that's what I do. I just say words. I don't, like, the thing is, I've not got as big a filter as some other people. Like, I'll just say words, you know? I'm like... I just say what I'm thinking, I just say what I'm feeling, because it's just, there's no point in not saying it. Like, you can give you all the excuses in the book, like, oh, well, you know, I might slightly hurt someone else's feelings, or, you know, there might be something, you know, there might be, like, if I say this, it might have repercussions in the future, but to me personally, I'm just going to get on with my life. I'm going to think about myself, and I'm going to hopefully think about others as well, but I'm going to, you know, I'm going to make myself so that then I'm going in the direction that I want to go in. And honesty, actually, maybe honesty should have been on that Pillars of Life, but honesty is one of those directions I'm going to go in. If someone was honest to me and said to me, look, I don't quite like the way you do this, or I don't quite like the way you do that, which, to be honest, I've had quite a lot on the channel, you know, like on the comments and stuff. And if people are fairly kind about it, like, they're respectful on a personal level, like, look, I don't want to terribly offend you personally, but I don't particularly like how you do this or whatever, then you just say to them, yeah, you know, I get you, I've recognised that as one of my faults as well, and I'm working to improve it. There we are. You see, you don't necessarily need to let people, like, penetrate your mind and start thinking, oh my god, they think I'm terrible, so I must be terrible or anything. You just need to let that in, recognise that it's kind of maybe is a fault of yours, and then look to improve it and think, you know, I'm going to do what I'm going to do at the end of the day anyway. But what a lot of people do is and I do this at times as well, is someone will say something and you'll take it, like, straight to the core of you, and then it'll shatter you as a person. But that's not necessarily their mistake, it's your mistake for not having a strong enough mind to deal with that. If we can all get in the place of, like, you know, all having strong minds and being able to be completely 100% honest with each other, then I feel that would make for a better society, because we've all got these strong minds that we can take whatever people say to each other, so therefore it always gets chucked out there straight away. Any problems get thrown out there straight away, and then we work them out in a way that suits, you know, each other, and then we can all grow and learn as friends, you know. Now, that's not to say, you know, if there's some little niggle with someone, you just immediately say, oh, I hate this about you and I hate that about you. You've got to do it in a fairly reserved way, or a fairly nice way, or a fairly protective way. But you don't have, you know, in a kind way as well. But you don't, you know, I just don't like this feeling of, like, keeping it inside, all these different things, keeping it inside, because you just build up and build up and build up, and then that destroys you as a person, because you're not actually getting any of that stuff out there, you know? Anyway, I mean, it's like only the other week I was mentioning about sponsored videos. There's loads of people who I know, or there's loads of people who, you know, are resellers who do sponsored videos. I will completely say, I don't like doing sponsored videos. That's my opinion. I'm not trying to offend any of people who do sponsored videos. I'm just saying that's my opinion. I have this, and this against doing them. So, you know, I'm not going to support doing them or whatever. So, you see, it's just these different things. Anyway, Ads, you look dapper today. Thank you very much. Now, Peter, not yet. Question, I love the list. Do you refer to it when you are faced with making a decision? I only wrote it yesterday. I don't know. I don't know. I'll try and do that, I suppose. But I only wrote about it. Yeah, I only wrote it last night. So yeah, I think I am. I think I'm gonna look at it like, not only when I make a decision, but even I was thinking to myself, I need to look at it in the mornings. I need to think to myself, you know, every morning I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna look at those 5 different things and think, right, this is what I'm gonna do today. based not necessarily on the things I'm going to do, but I'm basing the things I'm going to do around the pillars of life. So, you know, if I've got X things to do, I need to base them around, well, is this kind? Is this, you know, is this disciplined? Am I forever learning doing this activity? Is it going to impact my learning positively, etc.? So I'm essentially putting the things I'm doing today onto the pillars of life rather than putting the pillars of life onto the things I'm doing today. Don't know whether that makes any sense, but we'll go with it. Anyway, let's go up the chat a bit more. Procrastination brought me here. Yeah, I know. That's brilliant. That's brilliant, that one. So if you lived by the pillars of life, I bet half the people wouldn't even be in this chat right now. Or my pillars of life, I should say. As long as ads ain't doing a version of Titchy Strider Feet the Chuckle Brothers song. Oh, that is a brilliant song, isn't it? That is awesome song. Underpriced ads. Why? What's that? What you on about with that? Underpriced ads. I don't even know what that means. Let's have a look. Hello, popping in before hitting my favourite chazzer. Useful info for today. eBay admitted to me that sometimes a sold item can get relisted. Happened to me, had to cancel, but defect will be... Oh, that's awesome, Heather. That is like the best piece of information I could get, because you know what? That's happened to me as well. And I think I've said it on this chat like so many... I think I've said it about 5 times or something. And, you know, some people have believed me, other people haven't necessarily believed me, but I really do think that every now and then eBay does relist a sold item or something, because I've had that, and then you end up having to cancel the order or whatever. So it's yeah, that is really useful information. So if that ever happens to me again, and I can clearly see that it has been a sold listing, I'll just get into contact. Oh, actually, no, that reminds me. Does anyone know how to get into contact with eBay on the live chat anymore? Because they've changed all of their customer service help, well, their contact us help pages. So when you go down to the bottom, I couldn't find like the live chat or the contact us button, or if no, I found the contact us button, I clicked through, but it looked like it was like an American phone number or something. It wasn't the usual phone number, so I don't know. I don't even know whether I'll even be able to get through, or maybe I'm going to get charged on that number or something. But also, it seems like they've just removed the live chat. Is there a way like I can actually get through to either get a decent phone number or the live chat? Because it seems a bit weird. It seems like the contact pages have just completely changed. So yeah, because I was on there, I've been on there a few times recently, because I thought I would have to contact them actually. And then I don't know why I didn't, but I ended up didn't have to contact them anymore. But yeah, and anyway, I went on there and I couldn't see it anywhere. I could only see this random weird number. So I don't know. It was very odd. Yeah, but that is really good information. I spoke with Dublin eBay, so do contact them if you are sure it's been sold. Then no ding. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that is pretty cool. I mean, as long as you're sure that it has been sold, which I have been on a couple of occasions. Not many. I mean, some have been probably that I've just like not been able to find the item, or the item's been missing or something. But I know on a couple of occasions the item has been categorically sold. I know it. I just know it for sure. I had it with something that was in my cabinet ages ago. I had it with like a... Oh no, it wasn't sold actually, but it had still been on my eBay account in my active listings. It was a Tampa Nugget cigar case, like an old cigar case, and I actually had it in my cabinet, stickered up in my cabinet, and it was still on eBay. Now, before I took my items to my cabinet, I pulled them all off eBay, and then went into my unsold section, and then deleted them out of my unsolds to make sure they would not go back on. But there it was, back on my listing, so I don't even know how that happens. Maybe it was something to do with me that time, but I don't know. Anyway, I did catch that one in time before it sold, so that was pretty good. But you've got to be careful these days with all these things. It's, yeah. We're got to go, need to photograph while the light is decent. Oh, have you not got photos, Indie Chick? I mean, you know, photography lights. Adds memory of an elephant. Oh, and well, maybe a little bit, not loads. Oh, Steve's here. Hi, Steve. Doesn't look like there's much else in the chat. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much else in the chat. Should I go then now? I better go and get some more listing done, I suppose. I need to catch up. I really do. Yeah, so I think I'll probably go now and get some listing done. I will hang around for another minute just in case anyone wants any more questions answered. If, you know, serious questions would be good because we just like rambled all this chat. Serious questions would be good. So if you've got any more, please do drop them in the chat in the next minute, and then I will be off. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything up the chat anyway. I don't think I can take another ad song. Oh, you'll love it, George. It'll be brilliant. Trust me. Oh God, I had so much fun editing that song. I honestly, I must be so what's the word, narcissistic, because I watched my own song back like 5 or 6 times just because of how much pride I had in that song. You know, I was like, God, that is so good, you know? I mean, what I mean to say is it's good in, like, a jokey or a bad way. But what I really look at is the editing. So I look at the song and I hear the song as something that I've produced from start to finish, that I've managed to edit together, and, you know, I didn't even know I'd be able to even do anything that amazing. So even though it isn't amazing, you know, even though it could be way, way better than it is, I suppose it's the love of the material that you produce, even if the material to other people might be like, oh God, that's a bit cringy kind of thing. So yeah, I suppose you get attached, you know, I suppose you get attached to the things that you create, and then it makes you just want to keep listening to them and keep kind of inviting them into yourself, because you just have this weird connection with it. Will we see ads? Ads Moodle. What's Moodle? The hats. Ads model. Ads model the hats. Yeah. Yes, you will. A few of them. Will we see ads model the hats? You got him all. Yeah. You'll see me model a few of them. It looks like Heather's going by. Heather, thank you very much for the information. Question, when is the new song out? It is out on the, what did we say, the 5th of December, which is one day before the 150th episode of Thursday Talk, so that'll be pretty cool. I have a question. Do you use promoted listings? I want to try them out, but there doesn't seem to be an option for me. Doesn't seem to be an option for you? Well, that's odd. There should be. I'm pretty sure it's... You're in Ireland, aren't you, Death by Glamour? Because you can do it. We can do it in America, so I'm assuming it's just like on any eBay site you can do it. But no, I do use promoted listings. I've been using it for quite a while. I think I'm running it on 6 or 7%. It's one of the two. I did have it. I think I had it on. I had it on about 9% for quite a while. I've not tried the whole 1% thing. I don't know. I keep thinking to myself, if I put it on 1%, will that really affect my sales? I will categorically say promoted listings have helped my sales. You know, if people are wondering whether it does actually help your sales or not. Yeah, it really does help your sales, at least for me. And yeah, what you have to do though is you have to basically end all of the campaigns that you've set up every like 5 or 6 days, maybe every week. And then what it does is refresh you, and then a day or two after, you'll get like a spike of clicks and sales, and then it'll slowly go back down again, and then you need to refresh it again, and then you'll get another boost up. That's how I've been running it anyway. On the period, like, I've not refreshed it in like 3-4 weeks now, so if I went on my graph right now, I can guarantee that it'll be like this up here from like 3 weeks ago, and then it'll just be trickling down, and today might be hardly anything in clicks or anything. So yeah, that's what I do. I just basically try and refresh it really, you know, every few days. As I say, I need to actually refresh it. But yeah, so I mean, I know that people have had good success with the 1% thing, but I just don't know whether I want to do that, and then my sales really grind to a halt from it. And then I end up having to put it back up anyway or something. But I suppose I could always try it. You know, it's not like my sales are just going to completely drop off a cliff, you know. So, yeah, I might try that. As I say, I did have it at 9%. I think then I went to 7. Then I tried 5 or 6. And I think I'm either at 6 or 7 now. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. I apologise, it's only a shorter one. However, it's probably been about 45 minutes anyway now. So, yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for your questions, comments, and everything else. Yeah, you will see me for the hat haul very soon. And I will do a sales update, I suppose, early next week. And I've also got a few, like, beginner reseller, I don't want to say courses, but they're kind of structured like courses. But I don't want to use the word course because I'm not trying to sell you anything. They're all going to be put on YouTube for free anyway. But what I mean to say is they're like beginner reseller videos, but in the style of a course. That's what I'm trying to say. But don't hate me for it, because I'm not putting them on. I'm not charging you £50 a course or anything. They're completely free. So anyway, I'll leave it there, and I will see you in the next one. See you very soon, guys.